to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Jasmine. If you guys aren't new here, welcome back. So today we are doing a speed build, and I decided to build a blue suburban home. Now this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath. It has a office also. It has a beautiful wide kitchen, and there's just like a lot of elements, so I'm just going to start describing. So right here I'm basically playing with the shape of the house. Now I did get my inspiration off of Pinterest. I followed a blueprint, not down to the T, but there was some little finicky parts that I couldn't get right, like this gabled roof, the small one. I couldn't get it to how I wanted it, so I had to keep like messing around with it, and it was really irritating, so I decided to leave it for now. And then now I'm placing windows. I was gonna go green because I've been loving the color green lately, but I was like, I haven't built a blue suburban house, like a soccer mom house, if you will, so that is what I decided to do. Now this is a 2-story. What I did was I basically built the floor plan by the drawing room tool, and then I just copied and pasted it. And then now I am drawing this little detail with the drawing pen, and I learned this from little Simsy and also Miss Griffey on YouTube. They are very, very helpful when it comes to building on The Sims 4. They give me a lot of inspiration, and I also get a lot of inspo from Pinterest. Like I said, if you guys want to learn how to do this or learn how to build something like this, all you need is a floor plan and basically your creative mind to be good to go. So I did end up, I will say, I did have a hard time placing the stairs. I wanted it to be like a little step side going into the house on the bottom floor, but the stairs they weren't working with me. So I also had basically I switched out the windows because I didn't like them. Now I'm basically just drawing out the layout of the rooms that I want. So the master bedroom is on the bottom, and then the 2 kids rooms are up top, and this is made for like a pretty decent sized family. And you guys do see me extend the outside of the house on the right side. It's because I felt like it was too small. Now we are in I would say this is the lounge. I really loved how this turned out. Now the lounge is very, very like, it's blue, like it's iced out. If you think of ice and champagne and just the color blue, this is where you're gonna find it. Yes, it looks dark right here, but that's because I didn't pop any lighting in at the moment. I was trying to really make this fireplace work, but the large TV wasn't working, so I had to downsize, but it's still a decent sized TV. And those black artistic walls, I was trying to fit that into play, but you'll see later on that I actually put them at a diagonal angle, and I thought they looked better. And I did take these lights out, and I just felt like they didn't go. I was just putting light there just so I could see what I was doing. But I did lighten the whole room with this beautiful ice blue, light blue, dark trim. And I did end up putting a bar, and these bar stools, they just looked amazing. So I would say this is a lounge slash bar slash movie room. But yeah, oh, and I also found this liquor cabinet, and it was icy blue. I don't know if you guys saw it, but if you guys can go back if you guys want to, but I felt like it fit like super perfect in that sense. And now we are working on to the master bedroom and the master bathroom. Now when I'm doing my rooms, I really love to place a door so I know what I'm doing and I won't forget what I'm doing. I did end up basically putting these bubble windows. I don't know if that's the exact term to call them, but I really loved how it gave the room a lot of character. I did want to keep this room like warm tones, mainly like warm earth tones. The mirror stayed definitely for sure. The saxophone or the horn, whatever you call it, on the dresser, that stayed. The flower pot stayed. I've been having a lot of fun with the magnifying and minimizing buttons, the bracket buttons. So that's what I did over there. And then for the restroom, I really loved the aspect of using islands from the kitchen to make your sinks in your restroom. I feel like the ones for the bathroom are just so small and they just don't really fit. I did end up magnifying the carpet in the restroom, and like I said, I want to stick to warm tones in the master bedroom, but I did do like a fun color in the master restroom. I just felt like, why not? Because we're already playing with the color blue in the lounge slash movie room, so why not add some color? I really like how I did this restroom. I felt like it was rustic slash chic, and I'm just putting these lights there because I was like, guys, when I was filming this, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, so I was like, oh, that looks good, and my mind's like, secretly in the back of my mind, it's like, Jazz, it does not look good at all. So I thought this blue looked nice, but then I was like, no, I love the color green right now, so let's play around with that green. Now we're back to the master bedroom, and I am just playing around with the details of the room. I did a dark hardwood floor. I put a nice, like a really nice chair, a laptop, and this apricot color desk. I think it's called a T-Fighter desk, and those are the bubble windows I was talking about. I think they bring so much light into the room without me just overdoing the light fixtures into this bedroom. Now you guys see me doing the closet. So the closet, I was actually pretty proud of myself. I put a sliding door, and then one side is the women's stuff, and then one side is the men's. But I did end up putting this rug, and I magnified it by 1, and I thought it looked really good. Now we are going to be doing the kitchen. We're doing the kitchen and the office right now. You guys know I have a scatterbrain, especially when it comes to building. If I see something that I like and I won't remember where I found it, I'm definitely going to place it down in the most awkward, weirdest way in a room that it doesn't belong, and I will put it where it belongs because I will forget. Sorry. But now we are doing the kitchen. The kitchen, I was like, I don't know what color scheme to go with because this is all the base. Like the base game, I have no type of CC packs, no type of glitches. I was just literally going off my brain at the moment, and my brain, guys, I needed like an energy drink at this exact moment in the kitchen. I ended up changing the color so many times. I changed the island so many times, the light fixtures. I was just really trying to make it work. These saucer lights are becoming my favorite, honestly. It gives a lot of light, and they're just so tiny and minimalistic, and I really do love them. You guys will see what type of color I do, but the fridge and the oven and the overhead of the oven stay. It's just the counters were really bugging me. The cupboard on the tops, I love that color. So I ended up keeping that color, and I took the chalkboard island out and the cabinets out, and I don't know why I did it this way, but I did, and you will see me go 1 by freaking 1 and just like grabbing it, selling it, grabbing it, selling it. But I did love the pop of color of this teal blue situation. I was trying to actually make some curtains work, and I did. I just wanted to go with basically like a neutral toned curtain so everything matches. And the tile, guys, this is the only room in the whole entire house that I was totally unsure about, for sure. It was just not making any sense to me. I was really trying to make it work. But now you see me doing the counters, and you guys see me doing it 1 by 1, and I'm just like, what in the world? I was so tired, but I just made myself even tired by doing this. I don't know why I did the process like this, but I did, and I ended up liking how it looked, so I kept it. So that's how that turned out, and I ended up putting new bar stools, and I think the coffee bar looks nice, but that's how the kitchen turned out. Now, we are into the office. I like to place bookshelves in a sense to where it's covering the wall so I could see how many I need and how many I need to take out. I did want the back of the office chair and the desk to be open, so I did end up taking out those other 2 bookshelves that I did not need, and now I'm just trying to find a rug that matches. I want to keep it classic, simple, classy, very much like that's someone's quiet space type deal. So I did go with very dark tones. I ended up putting a couch in there, and definitely dark wood for the floor, and then the whole trim is the brown and the white. It wasn't really anything special. Oh, and I also magnified that portrait in the back, but I ended up putting some beautiful like portraits and paintings throughout the hallways, and you guys see that now, but you guys don't see the hallway lit up. That won't be till later, but I ended up doing like a lot of artwork, and I put those two into the lounge, and I was just messing around with it because, like I said, I have scatterbrain. I was like, that doesn't look good, and this is where I actually turned the artistic walls at a corner. But now we are upstairs, and for some reason I deleted my stairs through, like, I think once or twice when doing this, but now I'm just drawing out the room. So that right there, that room is going to be the boys' room. There's two girls that are in one room, so that's another room. The boy is by himself. And then there is a art room, and then there is a beautiful music room. And I honestly got the music room idea from these beautiful portraits that you guys will see. But as you can see right now, I am just messing around with the art room, and I ended up making it a little bit bigger than what it is now. I just felt like it looks lived in, but I want them to actually feel like it's an art studio in their home. So I did end up buying the pro easel and then the basic easel. I just added like cute little features basically. And then this is going to be the music room. Now I was playing around with the sizes of the instruments for sure. I wanted it to be very like a classical, very, very sophisticated room. So I ended up taking the guitar out, and I just kept the grand baby piano, and then I magnified the violin, and I went with a white. Now these portraits I saw, and I just could not not put them in this room. I felt like it just went so well. I did have to duplicate one of the ladies' faces because they didn't have any other portraits of any other people. Just the trim around the portrait was different. So I did end up doing that, but I think this room looks so beautiful, and I loved how it turned out. I did end up, I think I did a white marble for the flooring. Right now it's white pine, but I ended up changing it. Yep, I did change it because I felt like it wasn't giving that energy that I needed for that room. So now we are on to the boys' room. Now, in my last video, I did a twin bedroom with two boys. I want the boy to have his own room, so this is just a single bed, and I'm just playing around with the dynamics of the room. Oh, and I found that studio light, so I went ahead and put it in the art studio. But I gave him a plumb bob fan. I gave him these little glass desks, like, I think they look nice, a red trunk, and I gave him a shorter TV because I felt like that could have like represented like a game console type situation, like a gaming monitor in a way. And I did end up giving him like a desk and also a good chair. So he's half sporty, half nerdy. His rack of shoes his shoe rack is right there, and he also has like some athletic gear right next to his bed. I don't, like I said, this is all base game, so I don't have a clutter pack, so I just went with what I felt like. The walls are black in his room, and then the restroom is this nice almost black but gray mountain situation. I wanted to keep the components basically red and black, and then if I had to, throw some gray in there and then some white. Obviously there's going to be a little bit of color because of the other stuff that he has in his room, but I really felt like it looked nice. And then I added that circular rug into his restroom. Now we are going on to the girls' room. Now, for the family, it could be a pair of twin girls or just two girls sharing a room. But I ended up having, I don't know why, but I have a lot of fun making the kids' rooms. I feel like that is where my creative mindset goes insane, because you can always add so much color. You can keep it basic and add pops of color. Like, there's endless creations for a child's room. It's amazing. I did end up giving them two desks, and then each one got a single bed, but different duvet / comforters. And then they also got a stuffed animal. Now, one desk is pink with a pink chair, and one desk is white with pink accents. And they basically got similar stuff, but different in a sense. And I did end up keeping those curtains because I really loved how they looked. I only kept one bookshelf just because I felt like the TV needed to be in the middle and I needed space. And you guys know how it is whenever you're placing something, it might need a tile or more around it. But I added 2 beautiful pink pots on top of that book stand, and I'm just finding some framed artwork to put. But while I was in the girls' room, I actually found these beautiful drawn sketches of those people. I don't know who they are, but I had to put them in the art studio because I felt like it was a need. I ended up going with white wood in the girls' room. And I put these little art portraits, and then I ended up taking them out. And you see what I mean? Like, when it comes to a children's room, you can always take out something if you don't like it. I definitely kept the peachy pink trim, and I found this pink saucer light, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I magnified the butterfly portrait. I felt like it really went really well. And for the restroom, I use kitchen counters, and basically the girls got their own sense of their own side. So they were sharing a couple things, but basically they got their own towels. They got their own soap dispensers. They shared a toilet, a shower, and they had their own mirror. I also put one in the middle just for the fun of it. They have a toothbrush holder, and I really liked how I put the little towel holder rack situation above. I was trying to put floating shelves, but I was like, I already have a shelf with a towel, so I'm not going to throw that in there. And I did end up magnifying the rug in there. Usually I will put like a tile down for the floor. In the restrooms, I typically like to do that, and then if it's like a pathway or anything, I'll de-rock. Like, I go accordingly, but there have been some times where I actually put wood in the restrooms because it looks good, but in this case I did not. I actually ended up putting the white wood. But that is how the restroom looks like. Now I'm just placing the saucer lights everywhere, and I felt like the music room didn't need the saucer light. I felt like it needed the dropped lights just to give it a more sophisticated look. I'm just finishing some detail around the floors because I like to do the rooms, and then, like I said, I have scatterbrain, so I go from one room to the next, and it was just a whole mess, but it ended up looking pretty good. And I expanded the boys' restroom a little bit. I added a bathtub, a bidet, and the toilet paper holder. And I had a lot of hallway space, so I wanted to get rid of that. So that's why I expanded the rooms. And as you see, I'm just putting a lot of artwork down. That is the clip where I actually deleted my stairs a little bit. But now you see me doing some work to the front. I'm trying to put these totem poles, but it wasn't cooperating with me, and I think it's because of the gabled roof on top. But you see me end up putting some gray wood flooring. See, I can't even talk. Flooring. I'm putting some lights in the restrooms, and like I said, these saucer lights, they are a lifesaver. They light up the whole entire room, even if you're just using one. Now, right here, I come back to the idea of putting a staircase, and I just get so frustrated. I'm like, no, I'm just going to take this out and deal with it, like, at another time. And now I'm, like, basically, I'm trying to work on the exterior of the house. So I saw in Miss Griffey's video, she did like a driveway, but obviously, like I said, this is all basic game. There's no packs, there's no CC, no glitches or anything, so I'm just making do with what I have. I was trying to really do the driveway as best as I could. I haven't done a driveway in any of my builds, so I was just like, oh my gosh, let me just try to do it really quick. So I was really just having fun with it in a way, but I was also getting a little bit irritated because I didn't know you could adjust it to like a square and a circle. So once I got that down, I was like, okay, we're good. You see these tall evergreens up, and then I'm also going to do some landscaping a little bit. Right now I am just picking the trim for the bottom, the skirt, and I did magnify these bushes just because I thought they looked pretty. And I also love magnifying the rocks and then mixing little bits of smaller ones into it too. I feel like it just looks so pretty with the landscaping, and I ended up doing a nice pine flooring for the deck. And I moved the mailbox all the way to the front. I'm just lining it with hedges right now. I do like the hedges because they are pretty simple to line the whole entire house with, especially if you need to overlap any. And you can actually put them over gates to make it look like, I don't know, more modern, if you will. Now I'm just setting down some trees and some roses around like the whole entire thing, and I set down these walkway lights and lanterns, and also a bathtub for the birds. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this is the blue suburban house.